So I thought I would just show you a little example of a camellia plant. Obviously it's still in its pot, but I set it here where it could be easy to see. And you can tell it has some really nice little buds on it. Beautiful shiny leaves, very thick. This is not the kind of camellia that you make tea from, but it is a type of camellia that will have lovely flowers. Okay, so I thought for fun we could do a quiz about camellias, and my son made us a custom timer, so none of those animated graphic bars for us. It's about 5 seconds from the time the marble is dropped at the top to the time it hits the ground. So let's start. Okay, question 1. Long before camellias found their way into our gardens, they grew in wild, misty forests. Can you guess what part of the world they come from? All right, if you guessed Asia, you got it right. They come from parts of Asia that are warm, mountainous, and don't have terrible winters. So lots from Japan, lots from China, that kind of part of the world. Question 2. One species of camellia changed human history, not through beauty, but through comfort, ritual, and conversation. Which everyday drink is made from Camellia sinensis? Okay, tea, black tea, green tea, white tea, all the standard teas that we drink, not herbal teas, but anything based on tea leaves. Okay, question number 3. When most flowers sleep, camellias awaken. In what season do camellias usually bloom? All right, we often say winter, but to be fair, it can be fall or winter, and it depends on which type of camellia you get. This one that we're looking at is a spring bloomer, so if it was planted in the ground, it would probably be blooming now. We're at the beginning, very, very, very beginning of March. January, February, March is probably when this one would bloom. Fall bloomers can bloom October, November, December, so it can be anywhere from fall into winter. All right. Number 4. In the United States, one warm coastal state became especially famous for its camellia gardens. Which state do you think it is? All right, South Carolina. If you want to see camellias, try Charleston. It's a beautiful place. And number 6. If you run your fingers across a camellia leaf, it's thick, smooth, and glossy. Let's get a closer look here. See, they're very thick, almost like holly leaves. Do camellias lose their leaves in winter, or do they stay green all year? They are evergreen. Hopefully that one was easy. Number 7. Imagine the forest floor. It's soft, it's got a rich, thick layer of fallen leaves. What kind of soil do you think camellias love most? There you go. Like most forest plants, they like acidic soils. Okay, number 7. Camellias can be found in many colors: pink, white, crimson, yellow. But which color will you never find in a camellia flower? Blue. There are no blue camellias. At least not yet. Much like roses, people are always trying to breed certain colors into flowers. We'll see. All right, next one. Picture the environment in a forest hillside where camellias would grow naturally. What kind of light do you think camellias prefer? filtered light is a good way to put it. So they can take full sun, but it's going to be best if it's mostly morning sun. Morning, midday's okay, but by the time you get to the hottest part of the day, they're going to want to be in shade. So morning sun, filtered sun, something like that. Okay, next one. When winter's nectar is scarce, camellias become lifelines, and that's because of the fact that they're blooming when others aren't. So which pollinators depend on camellias during cold seasons? Yeah, so it's going to be the heavier pollinators, larger bees, small birds, um, butterflies, critters that can get into those heavy flowers and not knock them down. So anyone who stays around when the weather's still cold, they're going to appreciate the camellias. All right, next one. Some camellias are small garden companions. Others grow into towering shrubs and trees. How tall can camellias grow? So if we're talking about the ones that are growing wild out in their native landscape, it could be 20 feet. In garden settings, usually 10 to 12 feet is as tall as you're going to find them. The smaller ones are probably 3 to 5 feet, something like that. Those are usually the sasanquas. Okay, next question. Some camellia blossoms open like intricate works of art, layered again and again. How many petals do you think the fullest camellias can hold? So the fullest camellias will be the double varieties, and those can have more than 20 petals per flower. All right, thanks for joining me for a quiz. I thought this would be a fun, something different, another way to engage with our plant friends. And camellias remind us that beauty doesn't rush. They bloom slowly, even in winter. And perhaps their greatest lesson is this: there's always something alive, even in the stillest seasons. So let's celebrate being together with our friends in nature.